welcome. I'm working on this abstract style. I'm working on their faces. This is a sketch this real quick. I'm also going to start doing a series of kids art. Uh, I did one last night with a kid like on a abstract bike. It's abstract for kids, you know. Uh, it's really cool. It's probably something cool if you're not a very good sketcher. You don't have to be a good sketcher. Uh, like this sketch isn't that good, but what I'm gonna do is outline everything in black first, so I sketch, and then I'm gonna paint around it with the glaze paint. Really, it's almost like translucent paint. But I like the way this sketch looks, so I don't want to lose my lines. Paint it first and lose my lines. So I'll do the black first, and I'm going to try and make it look pretty smooth. So one thing is flow aid in my paint. You mix some fluid with some water, and it helps the paint flow a little more fluidly on your either canvas, or this happens to be paper. I didn't do too good there, but you'll see this this kind of style. You don't really have to be too perfect with it, because the colors make it look good. When I start putting all the colors in there, I like to make the faces, maybe we'll make one side white and the other side with color. It's a kind of art that you're going against the grain. None of the proportions on the face are correct, so I think it's something that Picasso and this other guy came up with years ago. They figured, well, this gives you a little more freedom. It kind of break away from the traditional way of painting everything. So you do get a little more freedom with this style of painting. You don't have to worry about how long the nose is and the etc. You know what I'm saying. So what I'm trying to do is really keep the lines right now pretty tight, so they at least they flow a little bit, because I've done this style art and I didn't really care if the lines were smooth or not, but it does help to make the lines look, you know, with some flow in there. This is regular black Mars acrylic paint I'm using, and I find if you use the flow additive, it'll turn it into a fluid black. Because you can buy the fluid black, it's already kind of really thinned out for you, but you could also use this flow additive, add it into that black paint, Mars black, really creamy, but what I do is I just dip my brush in the flow additive, just grab the paint, and it's flowing just as good as the fluid black. Because that fluid black, some of it's really expensive, especially a golden. Basics acrylic fluid black is pretty reasonable. I haven't had much luck with my, my abstract art. The ones where you just throw color up there. I'm having a hard time with that. Something will uh, something will happen for me. So anyway, this is a scene. There's going to be raindrops. She's umbrella. I got her hand here, so the umbrella is going to go up here. And that's the scene right there. It's kind of like a Seattle scene. I'm from Seattle. The way I used to do these paintings, I would put all the color in first, and then I'd put the black lines. But I don't think that's exciting for people watching on the videos. So there's a little symbolism in here. I got a 69 here on the cheeks. You could put, little things in there if it's possible. Hide hidden symbols and stuff. I know there's a lot of artists out there that do that. This is my signature ear here. For my abstract people. I always usually do that type of ear. Susanna! What'd you say here? Let me see what you said. But it had for the kissing. Yeah. We got a little action in here, huh? Some rain. And I kind of like her face. Really, it looks really abstract looking. I've been having problems with my faces. I've been making them look a little too realistic. And this is more abstract, which what I like. Because believe it or not, this is, if I had a regular face in here, it's not going to be as exciting to look at. And I'm going to use a lot of different colors in here. We'll put a little curly Q here. I think she did. For just sketching it out with a charcoal pencil. Very nice. I think I didn't look up umbrellas. I just kind of made this one myself. That's another thing. I don't like to use other images to help me when I'm sketching, so it doesn't look like anybody else's stuff, That's why I think that's art. I'm going to do some kids abstract art for kids, you know. Get some young kids interested in art. I did one last night, a red bicycle that's abstract looking. Could get kids interested in art at a young age. There's a lot of freedom in art. Whatever you want here. All right, that's looking pretty cool. I'm so glad I did the black lines first. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a story behind each painting. Be kind of cool, huh? A lot of my paintings, I don't even name them because I do so many of them. But the ones that you name tend to do a little better on. I'll put my art on X, and I use that as a gauge to see what people are really into. Get a lot of good. I do get some bad comments on my art, but that's all right. Everybody has their opinion. And I usually paint and let you guys see everything. You know, even my mistakes. Raindrops keep falling on my head. It's gonna be cool. I've never done a rain scene like this before, and I've never seen any too much art with raindrops. All right, we got it sketched out there. Perfect. I like that. Uh, I got a new heavy glass jar for brushes. A friend brought these jars over. She brought me 3 of them the other day. All right, here we go. Gonna get this going here. Should make a new palette because this one is kind of I mean, look, I have no roofs anything anymore. Let me move this paint onto a clean palette here. Have I got the mic on yet? You guys see what I'm doing here? So you're not seeing anything. I've been using a lot of glaze, so the edges, the glaze runs off the page and then it kind of binds them together here. So day off today. I don't have to go to band practice till 2 o'clock. I was going to do an art show on Saturday, but we actually have a gig that Saturday afternoon. I didn't want to have to rush, do the art show, and then take all the art stuff back home, load up the musical gear. I want to have to rush and do all that. So I canceled my art show. And I'll have to do it. The next one is in August. All right. Perfect. That just gives me room to put glaze over here so I can mix it easier. All right, let's start painting this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make her face kind of a light blue, but then one side, after it dries, I'm going to make it like white. So I have some light blue here. I'm going to just throw some glaze down now. When you mix that in paint, it makes the paint kind of translucent. And it also keeps it nice and when it dries, it's really bright looking. All right, blue over here. So this is all, some of it's still wet. But usually let the black dry, then you don't have to worry about hitting one over the lines. And a little black gets in there, that's all right. I should let it dry a little longer, but we got to get going here. I put a little red in it. Now it's going to be a little purple. Very cool. So I'm just going to do this side as well, but I'm going to eventually make this side probably white. Very cool looking so far. It's all dry now, so I should be able to go right over the black. And then later on, I just re-hit the black lines to make them darker. That's all. Somewhere. Do 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 do. I think I'm going to give her a like a bluish, like a blue jacket. Dark blue. You could also do this with paint. So guess what? Well, it's raining out, huh? So we got to do a gray. We're going to have to do a gray sky back there. We'll do like a grayish blue sky. I got a bigger brush. Somewhere. Do 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 do. Somewhere. I don't know why it's so dark. You get some more glaze out here. That's why you need a lot of room to mix this glaze. Is the color of the rainbow? I don't know about that. It's a good idea. I mean, I want to have, all right, you talked me into it. There you go. You got your rainbow. When I redo all the black lines, it'll look a little better. It's a lot of color. All right, let me do all the rain, and then I got to get back to the, I'm going to have to redo all the black lines. I got to put her lips in here. Look at that. Wow. Very cool. All right, thank you for the rainbow. Raindrops keep falling on my head. That means my eyes should be turning red. I gotta fix this. Not supposed to be black here. All right, let's see who we got on here. Live chat. Susanna, yeah, it's a colorful painting now. It was supposed to be a gloomy painting. Ruben is having trouble with the police. See, like you're not the police confronting me, like to know how people will walk you like you're not even there. That's how their police treated me. Police. Elsa, yeah, it's I just doing some abstract faces. I'm trying to duplicate what I did up there for that one. I really liked that one, so I'm going to try and duplicate it here. So now I'm going to get my. I used a brush to put the black lines in to get that a really cool effect. So now I got to redo all the lines here, and hopefully look like that one up on the wall. Hold on, I got to find my fan brush. All right, I found it. I kind of modified this fan brush. I cut it to be straight on the top so I could make lines with it. I'll show you what I mean. Why. We start down here because I think the brush is a little wet. See how you get this? You can make shadows with it. And you don't want the brush too wet now. I hope this works. Because it's It's not exactly the way I painted that other one. The other one I did the black lines last. Let me do the umbrella first. I guess I will have to wet it a little bit. Yeah, next time I guess I'll have to do the black lines last. This doesn't seem to be working like it did before. Where were you, Ruben, with where the cops were harassing you? Yeah, it's working out a little bit. It's not totally the way. I'm pretty sure I used this brush to line it. Maybe I used the other black. I think I used the black, that's why. I'll have to modify this brush a little better. But I like all the, I'm kind of like going fast now. I don't know why I'm going fast, but Susanna, as far as I go, that depends on the person I was kissing. All right. Well, let's see. I guess I'll have to use the other brush for the raindrops. There's no way that brush is going to go around these. Raindrops keep falling out. You're good, Ruben. Everybody's good in my book. See, now it's starting to look like that other one I did. Okay. I forgot to do this side white. I was going to change, make her face a little more colorful as well. I forgot to do all that. I still got a lot of white to put on. The white really pulls it together. I forgot I got raindrop here too. Raindrops on the umbrella. Let's pull it off. I think it'll look a little better with this gone. Not that it looks good. Crazy abstract art. I love it though. I'm digging it. It really looks like she's outside and she's like shivering a little bit, doesn't it? All right, Susanna, have a good one. I'll see you. I'll be painting all day. I do have to go to band practice. I got a live with Lisa at 3 o'clock my time. But I'll be on here this evening as well. Yeah, I got to go to the supermarket too. Thank you for the umbrella idea. I appreciate it. I think I want to make some of her hair with some glaze. We could add a little more color in here. Little orange. Oh yeah. Raindrops keep falling on my head. I'm never gonna stop the rain from raining. Ba, ba, na, ba. Nothing's worrying me. Well, here's the question now. It says she's supposed to be holding the umbrella. I gotta run a black pole up here over her face. So, with that said, I'm just gonna have to do it. This is where I'm going. Even though I go over her face, I think it's still gonna look okay. I could go behind her head, huh? That could work. Like she's got it behind her head. Yeah, we'll just keep it like that, because I don't really want to go over the face. You should just send me a message if it's personal, Ruben. Raindrops keep falling on my head. There's people on here. Maybe I should make some of those blue. I'm thinking, yeah. Yeah. I like that face on her. The only thing I don't like about it is her eyes closed. It would look really cool if her eyes were kind of open. Uh, Victory Square. Well, Sylvia talked me into a umbrella, so I want to put some kind of fence back here. Raindrops keep falling on my head. I don't know what to put in here. Wants me at her house at 2. She just sent me a text. That means we're going live at 3. I'm going to change this fence, make it easier on me. Looks like someone's standing behind the fence now. Nothing's worrying me. A gloomy day with a very happy umbrella. That is crazy. Well, I got to run to the store too. I'll be back in like 15 minutes. I don't think I'm going to do much more on this. I kind of like it. Oh, you're serious? You saw fences like that? I should have made her Chinese looking. I've done some Asian women before in those like geishas. It's pretty fun. Find that wine, yeah. Can't be too hard. All right, I'll see you in a little bit, guys. Thank likes. I appreciate it. Cheers.